Okay, now it's recording. I didn't have it recording before. Okay, so I am just trying to sit that up there really nicely, so I'm gonna try not to move because the way this thing is set up is like really crazy. Okay, so today I just wanted to come in with the video just explaining my process, or your process, or probably your process of trying to get approved for this surgery. Today I had another appointment. I do still have a surgery date for December the 30th. I don't know what time it is, and it's going to be at Montefiore Hospital today. Well, yesterday had called me and told me, okay, don't pay no attention to the plates and stuff in the back, whatever, I'm not moving it, that they had there was something wrong with my EKG or something like that. Like it was abnormal, but I always had an abnormal heart rhythm for the longest, and this isn't the first time that I've had a problem with it, and it's not the first time that I've had surgery before. I have been in the doctor's office like maybe 3 hours just trying to get the paperwork together, getting them to fax stuff. I needed another clearance letter from my cardiologist. It's just, I don't know. So let me just give you some tips in my process of going through. I have been asked questions, especially on my Instagram and also on Facebook, about the process of getting approved for the surgery. So the first thing that you're going to have to do is you're going to have to get a referral. Some medical coverages need a referral to go to the bariatric clinic. Mine did. I'm not quite sure if yours will, but 9 times out of 10 most of us do. So you're gonna have to go to see your primary doctor, and it's best that if you have a history of weight, like them jotting down your weight, and also if they ever talk to you about you losing weight, any programs that you have went into, like weight loss, Weight Watchers, LA Weight Loss, any type of weight loss programs or weight loss pills that you have taken, or you have went to a nutritionist and got steps as far as to trying to help you lose weight on your own. I didn't really have a long history of it. I just basically told them the things that I have tried out. Me personally, I've tried out Weight Watchers, LA Weight Loss, I've tried Dexatrin pills, I've tried, what is that other one that's on TV? Lactoprim or some, just a whole bunch of stupid pills that I have been taking, and programs I've been on, and all that type of stuff. So that stuff I had discussed with my primary doctor. That is good to have it documented. Also, please, that if you're going through this process, keep everything documented. Doctor's appointments, doctors that you have spoken to, tests that you have taken, that to make sure that if you can get copies of it, get copies of it, because you never know in the interim of them. A lot of my tests have been lost before. A lot of them probably might have been outdated. I don't know for sure in my case, but as a tip, keep all of your documents, copies of everything, write everything down, have a book, and just put down bariatric or whatever, any type of documents or information that you receive, write it down. Take down names, phone numbers, fax numbers. Be specific when you go to these doctors. Be specific about the things that you need done. Cardiology and all of that, all of the appointments that you have, keep documents of every freaking thing. And if you can possible, make your appointments within 1 to 2 months, during that grace period of time when you go to your after you receive a referral, you're going to have to go to a bariatric class. The class usually lasts for an hour to an hour and a half. While you are in there, ask as many questions as possible that you are curious about. They will go over this surgeries that they do offer. Usually it's VSG, RMY. Some doctors now are doing the dental switch. I'm not quite sure of what the specific surgery is for that one, but you can Google that up. Google that or ask your doctor The lap band, they're kind of phasing that out a little bit. I did meet one person who was having the lap band done. Whatever surgery you choose to do, get as much information as you can. Have all of your doctor's appointments within that 30 to between the first month and the second month, because they will expire over time. So you just want to do everything at one time. Your next step is you are going to need a psych test. Most insurances require these tests: a psych, cardiologist, an echocardiogram, a stress test, an EKG, blood work. I'm trying not to forget about anything that I had done. Blood work, a 3 to 6 months nutritionist class. Within those 3 to 6 months, try not to gain any weight. Some insurances will disqualify you if you gain weight between the 3 to 6 months. With me, I didn't lose any weight, and I didn't gain any weight through that 3-month process. My insurance required 3 months. Actually, no. The first insurance that I had required 3 months, but when I switched over, they required me 4 months. Now, with your insurance, before you even go through this process, call your insurance to see if they cover the bariatric surgery. Make sure they cover it so you don't waste your time going to these classes and then to find out that your insurance is not covering it. You can call to find out. Another thing, make sure that you stay on these doctors' backs about everything. They are seeing hundreds of patients within that month, 2 months, 3 months. You know, they see a lot of patients, so 9 times out of 10 they're really not going to remember too much stuff. So make sure that you keep everything documented. Do not miss any of your doctor's appointments. Don't miss any of your doctor's appointments. That will hold you up. There are some doctor offices that stay open on Saturdays, so you probably can schedule your appointment on a Saturday. I know mine did. I never went to a doctor on Saturday, but I did have the option of going to the doctor on a Saturday. I couldn't because I work. After you get all of these appointments and your tests done, your paperwork has to be sent over to the coordinator, the weight management coordinator. Once she receives all the paperwork, she will look over all of the documents and then hand them over to the surgeon. The surgeon will look over it. The coordinator will look over it. The nutritionist will look over it. Like, you have people that will look over all of the documents, making sure everything is in order. Once you have everything in order, call your coordinator back to make sure that you don't have anything else to do. You want to get everything done in a timely manner. Once she says she has all of the paperwork, they usually tell you to give you about a week to 2 weeks to get an answer and for them to go over all of the paperwork for you. Once that is done, they should call you back. The surgeon should call you back and tell you that you need to come in to have more tests done. Usually they want you, depending on the time period that has lapsed, you have to have a EKG done over again, because they don't want it to be less than 30 days. So that's why I'm telling you that to get your appointments in between that first month will be even better, so you don't have to go through the process of doing it all over again, and especially the blood work done all over again. So once the surgeon's secretary or the person who sets the dates for the surgery, she will call you or call you into the office. They will go over all of the documents with you. Also a consent form. You will be called in to sign all of the consent forms. Usually with the consent forms, they're going to go over with you with which surgery you're going to have. They're going to go over all of your appointments to make sure everything is correct. You need to have a list of all of the medications that you are taking, whether it's vitamins, any type of medicine that you're taking. Make sure that you have a list of every single medicine. And if they switching up medicines, dosages and stuff like that, make sure that they document it and put it into the system. It'll be easier for you, so you don't have to run around calling people and all of this type of stuff, and they won't have any confusions with your medication or whatever. So after that is done, you sign the consent form. They're going to send you for a mandatory preoperative appointment, meaning that this appointment is just to discuss with you how are you supposed to eat before and after your weight loss surgery. Is going to once again go over, I mean, they go over a whole bunch of things. Once again, they'll go over each procedure, because you're going to be like in a class, so everyone's having different type of surgeries. They're going to go over all of the procedure, excuse me, the time. Any questions, if you have any questions, make sure you write them down so you can specifically ask while you're in that class. Don't feel ashamed that you're holding up the class or whatever, because you need to know this stuff. So ask as many questions as possible. After you get finished that class, you would probably, depending on the time period, you probably have to go take more tests. It's just blood work. They just want to see if your blood clots correctly. They're going to do another EKG on you, and then you're going to speak with the anesthesiologist. They're going to go over your history. With me, I didn't have any history of high blood pressure or diabetes or anything like that, but they ask you all those type of questions and stuff like that. And once all that's done, you should already have had your surgery date. Now, when you have your surgery date, they're going to explain to you your liquid diet or high protein diet, or even if you have to, some patients don't have to go through the 2-week or 7-day liquid diet, or even a 3-day liquid diet. Some patients don't have to do that, but I do. So I have a 2-week high protein diet, and then 3 days before the surgery I have a 3-day liquid diet. Now, when you go for your mandatory preoperative class, they usually weigh you, and that starting weight will be the weight that they will have in the system as your starting weight. What else do I want to say? I'm just trying to get everything in there, muffins. I just want you, like, just keep your paperwork and your appointments and everything organized. And I think that's a mistake that I did not do. I was not up on, I had surgery 2 years ago, and I didn't remember the date of the surgery. It was such a long time ago. I didn't remember the date of the surgery. And they were switching around my medication so much to where I really didn't have an inkling too much of how much dosage it was. So what I normally do is I carry all of my medication with me, or I write a list. I also have the pharmacy number if they need to contact the pharmacy, because 9 times out of 10, sometimes they do, the doctors will call the pharmacy where you get all your prescriptions at, just to have a list for them to make sure that you have all of your medication. And if you have a sleep apnea machine, the doctor that I am seeing, the hospital that I'm going to, you don't need to have the sleep apnea machine with you, but some of them do. And also you might have to have an x-ray done also. Just be very, 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 very persistent. Be very organized, very detail oriented too. If you have questions, ask questions. Never be afraid to ask questions. This is about your health, and this is a serious surgery that we're having. Other than that, I think that's most of the tips that I want to say. And also, you know, I know that a lot of people have a lot of support system, meaning their family, friends, or whatever. But if you don't, go to support groups. Get into a weight loss community environment. There are a lot of communities on Facebook. There are a lot of communities on YouTube. You know, if you're watching these videos and you're into these weight management groups and stuff, like an RNY, VSG, a lap band group that you are on Facebook, try to link up with some of these people that are in your same area. So in your same area, or probably having the same surgery that you're having, or around the same time, so you can just link up with them and you can have that support system if you don't have your family supporting you. Thank God I have my family supporting me, but I also do like to go into the, you know, into the groups and stuff like that. Also, that take advantage of these weight management programs and classes that they're having at the hospitals and stuff, because you can feel like you're a community and these people are having the same type of surgery that you're having. So it's just like a sense of togetherness, so to say. Other than that, and number one, be patient. That is something that I really do wish I would have been patient with myself and not gotten myself so worked up over everything. I know that it's frustrating going through all of these appointments and stuff, and you're really not understanding why you're going through all of these appointments, but this is something that the insurance requires, and it's something that the doctors do need to have, because they don't need anything happening to you. You know, in the worst case scenario, they don't want any harm coming to you. So I think that's basically it. Hopefully I am really done with all of my appointments. Like, I'm tired. I'm tired. But I'm grateful that it's all over with. I'm grateful that my surgery will be here in less than, I think I have 11 more days to go, and then I will be on my way to my surgery. So just thank you, Muffins. I hope that this video is helpful to someone. If you have any questions, please ask me below. I am free with it. I don't hold back. I don't hide that I'm having the surgery. I don't hide that I'm having the surgery on Facebook. So if you're on my Facebook and you need to ask me a question, either inbox me if you don't want anyone else knowing, or you can write me on Facebook. Just, you know, I'm here. Ask questions. I promise you that I will get back to you. And if I don't know the answer, I will tell you I don't know the answer. So that is it, Muffins, and I'm done. I'm exhausted. So I will talk to you, Muffins, later, and thank you for watching.